You want to learn more about Norrøna?
Oh, they're coming. Come on in.
Do you want to join the party?
Do you speak Norwegian? Off to a great start. If you spent any time recently on our website or on any of our social media, maybe some of our other videos, you've probably seen a new logo around. This one right here. Now that Viking helm may mean something to some of you. It may also mean nothing to some of you. So we thought we'd do a little video today to talk about a new brand that's been with us for a little while now. And that is Norrøna.
And that is how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah, simple as that. Norrøna. Some of their other names might be a little bit trickier to pronounce and get your head around because they are usually named after Norwegian places. So we're going to try our best, but sorry, Norway.
Ben's been there, so he should get it right. Just saying.
It doesn't mean I can speak Norwegian. I'd like to, if anyone wants to teach me or to send me back there.
So Norrøna then, who are they? What's their history? What's their background?
So they've been around since 1929, founded by Jørgen Jørgensen, very Norwegian name, strong Norwegian name. And they've been running for 4 generations now, still family run, family owned, based just outside of Oslo. And it's still run by a Jørgen Jørgensen, happens to be the great grandson of the founder. They've been, as I say, been going since 1929. They started out in a slightly different vein, still outdoors, but through the ages they've ended up making garden furniture and other things. But then they really started to focus in by bringing the first Gore-Tex jacket to the European market. And then since then they've been making sort of highly technical outerwear, covering most things to do with the outdoors for nearly 100 years.
Wow, big history.
Yeah, so that was a little bit of brand history, but where are Norrøna made?
So Norrøna since the 90s have been largely produced in China, Vietnam and Portugal, mostly because the skill set over there is just equates to the premium product that they're trying to design and create. However, since 2020, Norrøna have their own factory in Lithuania as well. It's worth mentioning that all of the factories work really closely with Norrøna, and Norrøna are particularly keen on producing good CSR credentials.
So yeah, if you want to learn a little bit more about that, we will pop a link up here. It's a real deep dive from Norrøna. They're very open about their CSR goals, and if you're a little bit of a stats nerd, we'll pop that link up there so you can have a thorough read through.
So you mentioned earlier about some of the product names. Do you want to tell me a little bit more about that? Where do they come from?
Yeah, so Norrøna are far from the only people to do this, but they name their clothing collections, their clothing families after specific areas. And they're all areas in Norway, so I may fumble some of the pronunciations a little bit, but the idea being is that the different collections are named after different areas where you might expect to do different types of activity. So we are in the Falketind collection mostly today, and that's what I've mostly been wearing over the last few months. And that's their kind of general purpose outdoor collection that will cover you for most things. It's probably the collection that most of you will gravitate towards for just sort of general outdoor use. And that's named after a mountain with the same name where you can hike, you can do a little bit of everything. Each of their collections has a slightly different name. So there's the Trollveggen collection, which is the troll wall, which is the largest overhanging rock face in Europe. It's a massive mecca for sort of big wall climbing and a bit of alpinism. So the Trollveggen collection is named after the troll wall, and it gives you an idea of where you might use some of that kit. Not to say you have to use it there, but it's a little bit more climbing focused. You've also got the Femund collection, which is named after the Femundsmarka National Park, which is a little bit more of a everyday outdoor approach. So you've got sort of waxed cottons and more casual offerings for that kind of office to trail lifestyle that you can hope to achieve. And it's just more reminiscent of Norrøna's heritage and history, just getting out there, being outside, but doing it comfortably. So we've been lucky enough to spend most of the summer wearing some elements from the Falketind collection.
Mm-hmm. We have indeed. So I've been wearing predominantly a summer outfit, admittedly. Ben's had a bit more of a head-to-toe outfit than I have, which has consisted mostly of Falketind Flex 1 shorts, which for me has been everything that I've just lived and breathed in all summer long, from dog walking, hiking, overnight camping, whatever I've been doing, it's been in these. They're super comfortable, super versatile, loads of pockets, really nice fine details to them, like the lack of any kind of like stitches around on the thighs kind of thing. It makes them really comfortable against the skin. And if this is anything to go by, I've got my eyes definitely set on a pair of trousers as well.
Something I can recommend.
For sure. I know you've used yours a lot.
Yeah,
as
these
well.
have been basically the only trousers that I've worn, unless we've been filming a specific video on something else. These trousers have just been my go-to because the fit and feel of them, the finish, everything has just been spectacular. I have also had a set of the shorts as well, and when it's been too warm for the trousers, I've been wearing those, but the trousers have little features like mesh venting zips, which just helps keep that body temperature, but the leg wear is highly recommended. Only thing I would watch out for is if you happen to be a little bit shorter in the leg. I can't speak quite so much for the ladies' fits on this, but certainly for the men's. I'm actually in a regular leg version of these trousers. They don't do a long version, so we stock them in a regular and a short leg. So if you've got what would normally be a regular leg, which would be about 32-inch inside leg, you might end up going for the short leg variant because these are quite long. They're definitely Norwegian in their fit, designed for tall human beings.
Perfect for you.
Yeah.
You finally have a trouser that fits.
I've got on really well with the fit of Norrøna overall, both top and bottom half, and that probably is down to the fact that it is a little bit longer in its cut. Now that might not be for everyone, but certainly for me with long legs, long torso, long arms, I get something that fits, and for most people that bit of extra coverage isn't going to be an issue, and it's just well-fitting, comfortable clothing, so it works well.
Yeah. Speaking of, I've stolen something from the warehouse today.
Yes, I did notice.
It landed literally, I think, a couple of days ago, and I like the look of it. So I've stolen the Alpha 90 for today, and now that I've put it on, we haven't walked very far, if I'm honest, but now that I've put it on, I don't really want to take it off. I don't really want to give it back. So
No, I don't blame you.
It might be a staff purchase before the end of the day, but so far it's been super good. This is part of the new winter collection, which, as I just said, some of it's just literally landed with us.
We'll pop a link somewhere for that.
So yeah, go and check it out. There's some cool new colours.
Lots of new colours, lots of new tech. So we've got some of that Trollveggen collection coming as well. So we've gone a little bit more technical for the winter. So you should be covered for anything from more general outdoor right the way up to some cool alpine stuff, both in terms of our insulation that we've got and shell and legwear bottom half. We should have you covered for everything you want to do, just a little bit more Norwegian.
Speaking of shell, you've had one as well.
Yes, I have. I've had the Falketind Paclite shell, which I've used a little bit because if you haven't noticed, our summer hasn't been the driest. And that shell has been really good. It's super light, packable, being in Gore Paclite. Fit on it was spectacular. The finish really good as well. The only thing that I did find a little bit strange initially, but I've got used to, is the venting on it, because it doesn't have underarm pit zips. It's got a chest vent, so it's got a pocket, like a long line, looks like a pocket that runs down with a reverse zip on it, and that's your vent on the front. After getting used to it, it actually works really well. It doesn't get in the way, isn't intrusive, and it's good for venting. Also means you've got access to pockets underneath, which is a little bit more of like a ski touring thing. But as far as shells go, works really well, packed small, and it's definitely going to remain in my kit for quite some time. And it looks good, which is rule number one.
So then, you've used a lot of product over the last few months. What's been your favourite?
This might seem a bit controversial based on any footage that we've put out because it doesn't really feature in it a lot. But it's actually been the Thermo 60. And the main reason it hasn't featured in much content is because it's been too warm. Thermo 60 is like an insulated piece. I really like. It's synthetic, still packs down super small, and it's just a really good fit. It's a really nice weight, and it's really, really frustrating that I haven't been able to use it more. But hopefully now, as we go into the winter, I should be able to use it a little bit more and give a little bit more feedback on it. But this has been the piece that I've been most excited about, and then haven't been using as much. Arguably the piece that I have used the most that hasn't really left my body is the trousers.
Right.
Like they've been on with me everywhere, and they're kind of one of those pieces that I just haven't really forgotten about. So if this one doesn't count because I haven't been able to use it as much, then it would definitely be the Flex One pants because they're just a really good pair of trousers.
Yeah, perfect.
What about you?
Well, I'm also going to be a bit controversial because I've worn it for all of about 2 hours.
And
But I'm already completely sold on this Alpha 90. Genuinely,
that's a good call.
It's like the perfect hybrid between like fleece, kind of soft shell, super soft, super stretchy. Colour looks wicked. I'm already sold, and yeah.
So what you're saying is we're going to find more reasons to make content with the Alpha 90.
We're going to find a reason why this is going to be included
Because
in
Lorna
more
wants
because it's staying with me.
Good seal of approval that you put it on for a short amount of time and you seem to like it that much.
Already win, yep. So hopefully that's a bit of a roundup of who Norrøna are, where their products have sort of originated from, the ideas behind them, and it gives you a bit of a feel for how we've experienced them over the last few months as well. Obviously, if you've got questions at all about the products, give us a comment below. Ben will give you an answer if he can.
I'll do my best.
If not, we can speak to Norrøna as well and get some further advice there. One day, you might well see Trekitt at the Norrøna house.
That'd be good. If you haven't seen Norrøna house, just a side note, Google it. It's really cool.
It's really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, otherwise, that's it from us.
We'll see you in the next one. All I'm really saying is go and visit Norway. It's cool.
Work for the Norwegian travel board or something.
I should. In fact, I'm handing in my notice and I'm going to go work for the Norwegian travel board.
On camera, thanks.
Yep.
Great.